Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the SIG P320 once again because people are doing something that's just plain stupid. These guns, long story short, have been going off inside the holsters. Several policemen and servicemen have been injured and a couple have died. But recently this morning, let's see, this came out yesterday. Yesterday, a Wyoming U.S. Air Force base had an active duty airman who was carrying a Sig Sauer service pistol that went off inside the holster and killed him. Okay, so the Air Force has immediately halted the use of this weapon. They've gotten rid of it. But here's the point. This has been news for almost, I think, 6 years, and people are still carrying the guns. I mean, I understand that SIG won the military contracts, and now they're looking at SIG for the replacement of the, M4 carbine. Here's my recommendation. If you're going to carry a gun, if you're going to carry a weapon, do one that you can do so safely. Okay, so I haven't read a single article, not one, where a Glock has gone off in a holster and killed somebody. I've not read a single article where a Smith & Wesson has gone off in a holster and killed somebody. I have not read a single article where a H&K has gone off in a holster and killed somebody. Same for Beretta. You've got countless gun companies that you can say, and you won't see a single article like this. This has been article number, I think, 30 or 40 that I've read with the same situation. So I did a video recently on the Glock 29. This is what I'm carrying currently because it's smaller than the gun I normally carry because I've had a lot of surgeries recently, and so you want to kind of reduce the weight a little bit. So this is what I reduced it down to, and this gun is loaded. This is my carry gun, so it is loaded. And there's one in the chamber, right? So if you're going to carry a weapon, a lot of people are like, well, just don't carry one in the chamber. Are you kidding? If you're in a situation where you have to pull a gun and someone has a gun drawn, because the idea is if you're pulling a gun, you're doing it because you're going to kill somebody. There's a threat. You're going to have to end that threat. So at least you're going to injure them very badly. But in your mind, it should be, if you're drawing a gun, that it should be that extreme of a situation. If it's not that extreme of a situation, you don't pull a gun. You don't let anybody know you have a gun. You just stay there with it properly concealed like you should, which is the right thing to do. But this is ridiculous. Now this is an airman, a young airman, the M18 is the version that he was carrying, Sig Sauer M18 pistol. He's carried by thousands of servicemen. I'm trying to see if it has it's talking about it's just talking about the Sig Sauer weapons in general. So there you are. I'm not going to do a long video about this. I'll throw a P320 up front. I had a Sig Sauer pistol for about 10 minutes. It was very accurate, but if I'm going to carry a gun that's that heavy over the slide, then I'll carry an HK. The only reason I went to Glock from H&K because H&Ks are so valuable, and I didn't want to have to give one up should I had an incident with that. But if you're carrying a Sig Sauer and you're not reading these articles, you're not paying attention to this, I'm asking you, what are you doing? And if your loved ones are carrying a Sig Sauer, and I tell everybody, I don't own a single Sig now, and I don't own a single Taurus. I never would buy a Taurus. Taurus, those guns they're awful. They jam. They have all these issues. Now, maybe recent years they've gotten better, but they've had such a horrible history. 2 or 3 people that I know had severe incidents with Taurus pistols. I would never own one. You can't even give me one. I don't want it. I don't want it near me. I don't want any of my family to have one or anything else, because a gun is a tool that you need it to work when it's time for it to work. And if it's not going to work properly, then you don't need it. Then secondarily, if it's not safe, then what are you doing? That's the Hippocratic Oath up there on the wall. I mentioned that in a previous video. The first thing you're supposed to do is do no harm. So if your weapon is going to shoot you, you should leave it at home. Well, if you're leaving it at home, it's not useful as a weapon. It's useful as a paperweight. So there you go. I don't own a Sig. There's a reason for that. I don't own a Taurus. There's a reason for that. People need to wake up, okay? How many people got to die because their gun shot them in their holster? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So hopefully you'll see this, share it where you can, and talk to your family about this stuff. If somebody's carrying one of these things, try to get it changed quickly. Okay, if you like videos such as these and subject matter such as this, please like, please subscribe. I'm Ben. Be good.